Life is hard. Life with procrastination, people pleasing, and perfectionism is incredibly hard. But it doesn't have to be that way. You see, I struggled for over 2 years knowing what I wanted to do, knowing how I could start getting there. And it wasn't until I realized this one thing, or actually it was a few things, that things started to change for me. And I was finally able to start overcoming my own procrastination, people pleasing, and perfectionism. Let me share with you how I did that. You see, the first thing I had to realize was that I needed to start showing up for myself. I found that for anything I tried to do, of course, if I'm not showing up for myself, how can I show up for my goals and dreams and the things that I want to do if I'm not even showing up for myself? So that's where to start. How to start? It's not about getting that big thing done. Heck, sometimes for me, it wasn't even part of just getting it done. Part of it was just visualizing that I could do it. Start so incredibly small, so incredibly imperfect, so that that first step is so small that you cannot not take it. Why? Why so small? Because you're up against some pretty strong forces here with people pleasing, procrastination, and perfectionism. That is hard enough as it is. Don't make that first step so hard and harder than it has to be. What kept me stuck was, of course, not showing up for myself, but also wanting to take the big leaps, the big goals, the big steps. And I realized that that was holding me back. Getting into action is, for me, wasn't about finding that perfect plan or that perfect solution or that one perfect step that was going to change it all. No, it was today, because one of my favorite excuses of procrastination was, I will do it tomorrow. And you already know what comes after tomorrow. Another, I will do it tomorrow, because tomorrow don't exist for me. If you're kind of nodding and yep, I'm there too, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. So for me, I couldn't, of course, complain about yesterday. I already failed yesterday. Tomorrow doesn't even happen yet, and it doesn't even exist because I know that I'm not going to do it tomorrow. For me, that left me with today. What can I do today? And even better, what tiny, small, imperfect action can I take now? That mind shift started to really change, because making it so incredibly small, so incredibly imperfect, got started with me just laying my head on the pillow at night, visualizing, I want to do it, I can do it, I can do it. And then if that eventually grow into, I can try, I can try, I can try. And eventually that try ended up into, I took one of those small imperfect steps going forward. And as you start to move forward, you're getting into this forward momentum. You did it once. The next step, guess what? The next step gets a little bit easier. And I took that step. And the following day, I took that step. And so on and so forth. So that's going to be my key takeaway here. How do you take what I'm saying and put that into action? Don't take that big giant leap forward. Take that smallest, most imperfect action that you can, and take that today, now even. Just take a piece of paper and write down the simplest, most imperfect way that you can start progress towards your own goals and dreams. And guess what? Just writing that list is a small, tiny action that you can take. And then find a way to do that and do the next thing tomorrow. You got this.